Ru was a star, you know, on the downtown scene before she became internationally known. Well, the real driving force behind drag's popularity now, of course, is RuPaul's Drag Race, and that's a phenomena. It's like anything that's drag-related now is of interest because of this interest in the TV show also. My name is Linda Simpson, and I'm a New York City drag queen, have been for quite a while. I started in the late 80s. I took a lot of photos as I was coming up as a drag queen. Several years ago, I decided to put many of them together in a collection I call the Drag Explosion. Most of my early photo taking in the Drag Explosion was in the East Village. And the drag scene there in the East Village was very unique compared to the rest of the world because drag was very square at that time and not very accepted, even in the gay bars. No one really wanted drag at that point. But in the East Village, especially at the Pyramid Club where I was hanging out the most, drag was being sort of wildly reinvented. It was kind of this modern, almost punk rock drag. And so it had this real fun, fresh feel. Lady Bunny and some other people from the Pyramid came up with this idea to do this outdoor daytime drag fest. And so it was just a real novelty that drag was in the day and drag was outside.
Today is like our day. It's like we have Mother's Day, there's Gay Pride Day. Now we have Wigstock Drag Day.
Wigstock was a celebration of kind of New York unique humor and campiness and creativity.
You've ever in your life said, I need to put on a dress and a wig, this is the time to do it?
I would say that when drag really burst into the mainstream was when RuPaul's single, Supermodel, became a top 40 hit. And that really helped put drag, the New York drag scene that RuPaul came from, on the map. Suddenly every magazine, every daytime talk show, every music video, every TV show wanted some kind of drag queen participation.
So it's getting big all over Europe now as well, and it's an upcoming trend. Like, I mean, drag in itself has been in all the major magazines right now. It's been in Vogue, it's been in Vanity Fair, and it's becoming more accepted. It's becoming just like anything else.
There seems to be like either a resurgence of drag or like this freedom that's going on now. People coming out and being themselves. What's going on?
Hallelujah. Well, you know, during the 80s, it was colorless, you know, with the Reagan regime and all that stuff. And now people are busting out. You know, the pendulum swung so far to the right, it's going to come crashing back to the left, okay?
But then it died because the media lost interest. They treated drag as a trend. And also in New York City, Mayor Giuliani came into office and his, you know, whole thing was real law and order. So a lot of the nightlife was killed.
Change in many forms is coming to our city, but it must be built around respect for the law and justice.
I didn't start putting these photos together until a few years ago because I didn't kind of realize their significance. And I think you have to sort of be divorced from a scene for a couple of decades to put it all in order. It's the first time that drag really kind of collectively burst into the mainstream. I mean, RuPaul got the lion's share of the attention, and rightly so, but it was a big boost for all of us. I mean, the drag that's happening now is a lot different in terms of makeup, in terms of performance. In some ways, drag does not change much. It's a lot of the same expressions, it's a lot of the same fierceness and funniness, but there are a lot of attitudes and techniques and just a general overview that changes. So it will be interesting to see what happens down the road.